Hello, my lovely Capricorns. How are we today? Right, welcome to the channel. Welcome everybody. Welcome existing, welcome new people. The more the merrier is what I always say. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Firstly, just a quick apology for my absence recently. I've been ultra busy in January with New Year readings, and as the frequent watchers know, I do have a daytime job as well, so I've had to juggle the two, and I've had to put the YouTube readings aside temporarily in order just to get through the workload. However, I'm here now. I have your February 2021 reading, so without further ado, let's get started. I am just going to pull Wisdom Oracle card to frame off this reading before I start, and see if we can't add something else into the mix, or perhaps pull a bit more of a clarifier on things here. Although it does seem pretty clear, but you never know what nuggets of wisdom are going to come out of this deck. So let's just do a quick shuffle. Wanted to come out but didn't, and see what it throws out for us. Right, I hope you have had a wonderful new year, everybody. I know that we're back in lockdown, which is, you know, second time round, isn't it? So I think people, although the first one was fine and people really embraced it and perhaps got to know themselves a bit better, I think the second one's just a bit more challenging, isn't it? You know, obviously we're never going to get back to normal, but a degree of a new normal would be nice, and I don't think many of us know what that's going to be. So yeah, pretty angsty times out there, and it, you know, I'm nearing the end of the February readings now, and it's reflected in the readings I've done so far, you know, with people trying out new things and changing the course of their lives. So yeah, but you know, nonetheless not surprising, excuse me. Right, this is taking quite a long time, and you know, folks, this is precisely why I start recording after the shuffle and the cards have jumped out, because it can take quite some time, and the last thing you need to see is 10 minutes of someone shuffling some cards. Not very interesting at all. So there we go. I think we've got three there. You're from the sublime to the ridiculous here. Right, so let's see what we've got. We've got breathe. Very appropriate considering the cards that are down here, but all will be revealed. We've got unfinished symphony, so obviously something needs to be wrapped up. It's going to be different for all of you, obviously. It's a general read. Won't resonate with all, but take the bits that do and use them as stepping stones to push yourself forward in the best way. And we've got the fates, which to me is saying sometimes we can't control everything, and we need to leave some mystery in it. We don't always need to know the outcome. We have to trust. You know, that's the fates, and the fates, it's inevitable. That's what it means. So sometimes we just have to let go and let it be and let it unfold as it will. So right, let's get started. We've got, as the overarching energy of the read, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, here's the Queen of Wands. This is, I think this is internal to you, this card. It's about having patience, and about, you know, patience coming from understanding what you're going through or what you're trying to achieve. It's like I said, it's going to be different from all of you. So apply it to the area that means the most, or gives you greater understanding. But with this card, you know, if you do have the understanding of what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to change, you know, clarity comes with that. So don't despair. It's a really good card, and I know, I really appreciate that people don't like hearing, you know, you've got to be patient, because I'm the world's worst, I've got to admit. And yeah, but there is no choice, and sometimes we do have to exercise that bit of, you know, take a step back, and you just have to wait for things to unfold. And here comes in the fates. You know, we can't control everything, and you know what's meant for us won't pass us by. So do remember that. So patience, understanding will bring clarity is the overarching energy of the read. Now, we've got the energy departing. We've got two cards. We've got the Six of Wands and the Queen of Discs, which is Pentacles in the traditional decks. This means perseverance. This is stay focused, persevere, and move forward. It's, you know, it's a very, what can I say? This is about the spirit, and again, it's the same. It's the Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands. So all that, I suspect that you're struggling with patience, tolerance, understanding, and waiting for things to unfold. But this is saying you absolutely must persevere and stay focused, keep your eye on the prize, focus on the goal, and all will come good. And I'm really sorry, Capricorns, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here saying, again, more patience required. You've got to let go of the control thing. You can't make things happen. You have to let the energies sort themselves out and be in the right place, in the right balance, in order for things to come to fruition for the best, in the best way possible for you to progress. This is a physical, you know, this is very grounded, very earthy card, and it's about keeping it real as well. And maybe, you know, not overthinking things. Don't overthink things. Don't be up in your head. You know, keep your feet planted firmly on the ground and exercise a bit more patience, because I think whatever is going on here is going to absolutely require that. And to be fair, in fairness, Capricorn, we are unable to control these things. Sometimes we have to sit and play the waiting game and watch things unfold. And so if we do, why not just sit back and enjoy it, you know, and see. You know, when we take a bird's eye view, or we just remove ourselves from a situation and perhaps put other people in the situation we're in, all the questions that we have, all the apprehensions that we have, if you pose the questions to yourself, like say you have a very good friend, a loved one sitting in front of you, posing you what do you think? How should I? How would you answer those questions? I think, you know, more often than not, we can sort our own stuff out if we just ask ourselves the right questions and answer brutally honestly. So patience, understanding, keep your focus, make it a laser focus, and keep your eye on the prize. Now, in the energy coming in, we've got the Two of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, let's just say Pentacles because people are more used to that word. So we've got a fork in the road here. You've got a decision to make. So it's no wonder that you're chomping at the bit, that you've got a decision to make. Do you know what? When I was shuffling these cards, the sense that came to me, you know in the Western movies, in the cowboy films of old, when you see the natives put their ear to the ground. And they do that in order to hear what's coming, maybe if a posse is coming. And they hear the rumbling of the horse's hooves. And depending on the pitch of what they hear is how near the posse is or the horses are. That's what I felt while I was shuffling. It's like there's a rumbling of something going on. So a change is afoot. And of course, that's why you've got the fork in the road. And there will be a choice or decision to make. Now, we've got the Six of Pentacles with it, again, reinforcing the focus, the perseverance. It's about overcoming any obstacles you have, moving forward with absolute determination. Being Pentacles again, keep it real, Capricorn. You know, come out of your head space, go into your heart space, keep yourself grounded and keep it real. And you're going to be absolutely fine. I don't feel that this is something new coming into your sphere. I think that this is something that's been on the boil for quite some time, and now you've got decisions to make in order to propel whatever this is forward, or to change whatever this is that you have been meaning to change. It's something of old. It's not a new thing by any stretch. It's it's been around a while. It's an unfinished symphony. Capricorn. What can I say? You know, the cards are there. You can't make this stuff up. The cards that come out are always very appropriate to the readings. We've got, in your challenge position, we've got 4 of Cups and 10 of Swords. Now, the challenge here is to not stagnate. Don't overthink things. The Swords here is thought-based, and these thoughts are coming to an end. So this represents stagnation and rumination, and, you know, maybe not being able to move forward because you are so up in your head, and it's messing with your feelings as well, with your emotions. It's making you and ah, and it's knocking your confidence a bit, and hence you're stagnating. It's coming to an end though. This is a card of completion. What I'm going to say is, you've got the 2 sixes here saying you've got to persevere, move forward. You've got to be absolutely determined to sort this out, and stagnation might be setting in. Don't let it, because it's nearing an end. Whatever this is coming to fruition now, and things will get sorted out. And I'm glad to see it, because I don't feel that you've got that much more patience left in you. I think that you're at the point where you're like, alrighty, what's next? I'm done with this. But it's coming to an end, Capricorn, so don't worry. Yeah, we've got, I'm so pleased to see this here. We've got the Knight of Swords in the advice from Spirit. So we've got action, move forward, just do it. You know, don't ruminate anymore. You know, if you're sat on the fence, jump off that fence. It's time for action. And that's the advice from Spirit. I think it's really, really good advice. If that throws a bit of fear into you, then breathe, because whatever this is going on here, whatever it is that you need to move forward from and make changes from, demands calm and composure. So just breathe yourself into the action and then go for it. Absolutely go for it. Now, we've got in the potential outcome position, we've got the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. And again, this is all thought-based. This is all in your head. So we've got the 7 of Swords. It's about gaining experience. It's about lessons learned and remaining confident. And just being confident that the experiences that you have had and the things that you have learned are going to hold you in good stead going forward. So a really good card to see here. I mean, it's just, you know, considering all the rumination, all the patience you've had to have, all the, okay, what's next? It's almost, I feel a sense of urgency coming from this read. So do take what you've learned and use it. You know, don't forget the lessons that you've gone through, because they are going to hold you solid in the future. The 3 of Swords is here saying, be creative with your next move. It does that. Whatever this is, you don't have to do it in the traditional way. It doesn't have to be the traditional method. You know, bring something. Be a bit bohemian with it, if that's the right word. Throw some, you know, eccentricity into it. Be eccentric with your thoughts. You know, let them flow. Let the juices flow. But make it big. You know, why restrict it to convention? You know, absolutely, you know, bring something else into the mix. If something's not working that's already in there, take it out, you know, toss it aside. Absolutely. This is about using your imagination, being creative and using lateral thinking. You know, go away from that vertical path of sight and make it horizontal. You know, give yourself a panorama. You know, introduce the peripheral vision here. Absolutely big it up, because you know what? The higher you reach, the higher you get. Absolutely beautiful finale there, and I'm really pleased to see it. But what I will say through all this, and I think it's something that's been lingering and something that you really would love to get sorted. Now you've had enough, and it's really time to make decisions. And we've got the 2 of Wands here saying that, well, it's coming in, so there's not going to be a choice. But do avoid the stagnation and sitting on the fence, and yeah, and just, you know, breathe, absolutely breathe, analyze what's going on around you, what the best way forward is for you, but do be careful of analysis paralysis. We can overthink things sometimes, and there is a lot of thought-based cards here, so just beware of that. So that's your read for February, my lovely Capricorns. I'd just like to top it off. Oh, should we start that again? Top it off with an animal oracle, just to see if there's just one little nugget of information that the animal spirits want you to take forward into February. Yeah, you've got loads going on here. And of course, with loads going on and the state of affairs being as they are, it's very limited to what we can put into action, depending on what it is that's changing here, what it is that you need to make a decision on. But yeah, and I can imagine, you know, having the two queens here, you know, signifying that you need to exercise patience. I can understand why you're at the end of the patience scenario, for sure. And the world, the way it is at the moment, isn't making it easier on us to progress in the way or as fast as we want to. But there's a little bit more patience required here, my lovely. So do hang in there. Really strong finish to this though, but you know, it can be, don't keep it small, don't contain it, let it flourish, let it bloom. You know, it could be so much more than you expected, and how wonderful is that? Yeah, but things are moving, they're moving in the right direction. It's not going at lightning speed, I will say that, but the fates are at hand here. You know, as the Wisdom Oracle says, it's the fates, and you can't rush the fates. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to wait. We have to watch it unfold, and believe that we will get the best that is for us. So do stay positive. I know it's difficult sometimes, and especially if we're isolating, but keep yourself upbeat if you can. Involve others as well. Too many there, so I'm not going to take them all. There was about 6 or 7, but I will continue shuffling. So bear with me, Capricorn. I do want a bit of animal wisdom just to top this off. Yeah, I sense that there's been a bit of anxious energy around here. Do you know, the card that's just jumped out, perfect. We've got the hummingbird spirit here. It's an absolutely stunning card, actually. Look at it, Capricorn. All those glorious colours. Be here now, because we can't do anything else. Our hands are tied here, the fates are at work, and we do have to wait for things to unfold in the best way possible for us. So while we're doing that, keep yourself present, you know, focus on the now, enjoy the now if you can. And you know, that's how glorious things can be if we just sit in our own space and watch it unfold. It takes the burden off us, actually, doesn't it? Just be with yourself, keeping it in the moment, being mindful. And I'm going to pick up the 3 of Swords here. When I said, why keep it conventional? Why keep it traditional? You know, make it big. Introduce a new ingredient into that mix and see where it goes. Look at that burst of colour. I think there are good things coming here, albeit they're not going to be here tomorrow or the next day. You will have to sit and wait for a bit. So while you're sitting and waiting, wait in this beautiful space and bathe yourself in those beautiful colours. Well, my lovely Capricorns, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. And I'm going to be here with the energy reads next week, and I'm hoping to resume my normal schedule. And obviously I let everybody know on Instagram when the readings have been uploaded. But also, because I'm a tech dinosaur, my friends have been telling me it's really important to ask people to click on that that like button. So if you did enjoy the content, I would be bowled over if you did click the little finger or thumb at the bottom. And if you did enjoy, please like, share and subscribe. Clicking that button will just mean that more people who are interested in this type of content, it means that it will reach them too. And you know, my goal here is to help, and if anything in this reading helped you, then my job is done, and I really hope it did. So have a wonderful February, Capricorn, and I will be here next week with my energy reads. But in the meantime, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself and each other. Toodle pip.